Salutations, I hope that I have found you well. Today I will be installing a DiMarzio Cliplock strap. I thought since I had to do it anyway, I might as well fire it up and see if I could show somebody else who might need to know. The only tool you will need is a screwdriver. Most everyone that I've seen, you will need a Phillips head. If the screws on your guitar are different, then just adjust as you will need. Whether you are using a traditional style of screwdriver or one that accepts bits, the most important thing is to make sure you have the right size. So to do that, we will place that into the screw and then just gently try to turn it around. And if that looks snug, then it's the right size. So what do we have in the package if we open it up? First of all, you do not have to cut it, so you don't have to worry about clipping the strap or anything like that. Just be sure you don't throw everything all over the place. Maybe even do it upside down. On the piece of cardboard, you will notice we do have instructions, so it's always nice to have something right in front of you to refer to. We'll have the strap itself, and then we have the hardware part. I went ahead and cut this open to save a little bit of time, but you will find if you want to switch to black, which I will be doing, you have the replacement washers set, or you also have the clear set that goes with the silver set that is already inside of these. So since I know that I will be going to black, I'm simply going to turn this upside down and they'll pretty much just fall out. If not, just give it a little push, and then I will go ahead and put the black ones in there. Let's make sure I get that lined up correctly. Okay, now it does come with these screws. My suggestion is do not use these. If at all possible, use the screws that you are getting ready to take out of the buttons that are already on there, because your guitar is drilled specifically for those screws. Now, if you are running into a case like on my other guitar where that is stripped out, then these come in really handy. But if you can avoid it, try not to use those. So we'll just set the clear and stuff aside. You can save that in case you need it. We'll just do the one on the neck first. So we'll keep our instructions right here. Make sure you got it in there really snug. Now the first turn is going to be tight, and if you have been using your guitar for a while and you're doing this, you may even hear a pop, but that's okay. That's normal. So we're just going to take our time here. We're not in a rush. If you got to be somewhere, don't start this. Wait till you can. Just keep our hands on it. I'm trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing, but just make sure nothing falls and messes up your finish. Now this is an important part. There is a piece of felt right here. Do not remove this. Most likely it'll be stuck in place. But if it's not, make sure that that goes back on there, the first thing on your finish, because the screw hole for the button is through the finish. So that makes it a weak point. So if we put any undue stress on that, it could cause problems that we don't want to happen. So since we're going to try to use the same screw, we just take our button off here, and following our directions, we will put the screw through here. We will then put the provided washer, and our felt is already on there as it should be. So being real careful we don't poke anything, we put that back in the hole, and then we get it finger tight. We don't want to strip anything out because all the threads we're going into are just into wood. Now you don't have to go at all, I mean, you don't have to kill yourself with it, just as long as you know it's going to go in there straight. And we'll just start going down. Now, when you see it pop up and you know you're getting it tight, something to keep in mind. If you go too far down on it, not only could you bust the enamel or the finish that you have, but the strap will not flow properly, and that can kind of get in the way. I actually had to loosen the ones on my other because of that. So, just keep working around a little bit. Make sure you got the play you want. See, that's maybe just a little too tight. So, I'm going to back that off just a little bit. Yeah, I like the way that's going. So, we got one done already. Make sure we're okay, good deal. Now, another thing to keep in mind. If you have a unique shape, such as this is a LTD arrow, if you notice, after I install this, the strap is going to make contact with the body of the guitar. A, it's on the back. B, I can't guarantee you it will ruin the finish. But what I can guarantee you is that I'm not taking any chances. So I actually had some adhesive speaker box carpet, and that's what I put on the end of this. But I mean, really anything, just so if it makes contact, as you can see, it's rubbing fine. It's going to be, I mean, it's a little more coarse than felt. But I mean, if you do have felt, that's perfect. So, again, make sure you got a little pressure on it just so you don't start stripping anything. Another thing you can do is if you are really worried about it, I'm using the bag it came in, but again, like I said, I keep pieces of felt on hand so I can just, you know, if I'm doing something, keep her there. But, so if we just take the bag it came in, if I just take a razor blade and put about a 1/2 inch, that's about 12 millimeters for my friends overseas. And then where we put that little slit, you can see where our fingers coming through, then we can just put that around the button. And so, you'll see, we just stuck that in there and all we got sticking out is our strap button. So that way, if we have any oopsies, nobody will know but us. And we can just laugh about it and say, man, I'm really glad I did that. But again, just for the purposes of you guys being able to see what's going on, we'll leave that off. So again, we're checking for our felt. It stayed in place. We already figured it out. We're just repeating. As soon as I can find the black washer. Oh no. I don't edit these videos either, and we're too far into this, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me. It would be on everything else that's black. How embarrassing. Okay, I found it. So I'll just throw that back under there real quick. So yeah, again, just like before, we reassemble. I make sure I have the end I prepared facing the correct direction. Finger tight. And start going back in. So, now that we are pretty much done, if you have already gotten one, then you may not need the later part of this video. If you have not and you're wondering if you should, obviously that decision is up to you, but I can tell you why I got my second one now. I like to keep everything neat and tidy. So like if I'm putting a guitar on a stand or hanging it up, I don't want you to be able to just see a bunch of stuff hanging around. So I always take my straps off and hang them up. That makes this super easy. Also, if you got this kit one time, you can buy the ends and the hardware separately again. So theoretically, you could have these on multiple guitars with just one strap, and just switch that up. I also have a cotton one that I would think if you play without a shirt on her a lot, or if you like wear really nice clothes or something, that might be a better option. But I also like how it's the 2-inch right near the body of the guitar, and then you still have the 3-inch to help keep it from rolling up while it is on you and whatnot. But so then we just take our old strap buttons, we're not using them, but there's no use getting rid of original hardware. We'll just throw her in a bag, and then we'll throw her in a box. But anyway, thanks for sticking with me long enough to see what was going on, and hopefully I was able to help you in some way. So do not subscribe. I do not have a Patreon. You will not find me on Instagram. Go make some music.